Yeah, we were just really looking forward to getting to experience Christmas with him. He was almost 2, so it was like the first time he really understood, like he was getting gifts and, you know, all the things leading up to Christmas, and then we didn't. The first time we talked about fostering, we had been trying to conceive for almost 2 years, and we had had a miscarriage, and it was just heartbreaking. And we went to a DSS information session, and before we could even fill our paperwork out, we found out that we were pregnant with our oldest. I just felt the Lord still telling us, I've made the way for fostering, you need to do both. And I was like, yes, Lord, here I am, let's go.
And the whole time we struggled through trying to get licensed. We would take a step forwards, and it felt like we were taking 2 steps back. I remember talking to a good friend of mine, and he said, I feel like that when the Lord has the kid for you, everything will come together. And exactly that happened.
We got licensed in August. We got Levi the day after we got licensed. And they bring us Levi, and we instantly fell in love with him. I mean, he got out of the car and had this curly blonde hair and these big blue eyes and these chubby cheeks, and just instant.
I was out walking, and I had him with me, and just clear as a bell, the Lord said, he's yours. And we kind of hung to that no matter what.
Late November, early December, we get a call from our caseworker that they had had a court hearing and Levi was going home. I was floored. I was like, what? How?
And continue to remind Kelly, hey, the Lord says he's ours, he's coming back. And he taught me so much in that season about his promises. But it's not in your control. And that was the hardest thing for me. And that was where I struggled the most, was being angry that I couldn't just fix it.
We got a call in April, early April. It was just like a random call from our Miracle Hill coordinator. And I was like, hey girl, you know? And she's like, hey, Levi's coming back today. Do you want him? Again, I was floored. I was like, what? What? Yes, yes.
I remember the caseworker pulling up and saying, he's asleep. He woke up as soon as I opened the door. He looked up and he said, Dad, as if nothing had changed.
Honestly, if you ask Levi, he'll tell you that he's always been a Bomar. He said like his last name was Bomar. But this Christmas, him officially being a Bomar represents, again, God's faith. You know, for them to all finally be Bomars and have Levi permanently is just a blessing.
I think it really painted a much larger picture. You know, what truly that first Christmas was probably like. It never fails. The enemy tries to do one thing. But then there's always the hope. You know, the Lord changes that story.
Foster care demonstrates the gospel because these kids, there is trauma there. So you are going to see some behaviors that are trauma-based. So foster parents are willing to take that extra mile of love and grace and patience, and that's just God for me, because we mess up all the time and God gives us love and patience and grace.
A lot of times they try to like push you away, they lash out, they're trying to get attention. There's all these different things going on, and I feel like that is teaching us just to love people where they are. And you know, Jesus came down to this sinful world and still loved us through it.